How are you? Well, we're kind of getting there. This is stream number 5 of 12. So the next one will be the last of the sort of first half of the write-a-thon. So that'll be 12 hours down,
Oh my
at the
goodness.
end of the next one. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting into the heart of the write-a-thon, right? When the sun goes down and all that. Indeed, indeed. So my lovely guest hosts, as you can see for the stream, are Heather and Ashley. Ashley, I
Hi,
love that. Yeah.
Everybody.
the
Yeah. So
Brady Bunch.
how are you all doing?
Doing all right.
Doing good. Excited to be here.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and we've been chatting a bit backstage and stuff too, but totally. Yeah, so I was thinking we could kind of, surprise, surprise, at least for me, kind of keep it on the productive side for the stream.
Awesome.
So we've got an hour and 45 minutes or so to play with. So I was thinking I was thinking 3 streams or 3 sprints for sure. Maybe even as much as 3 25-minute
Let's do it.
sprints or something like that. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe even, yeah, but if we've got less than 2 hours, maybe let's say 3 21-minute
There it
sprints. How's that sound?
is. I love it.
Great.
Don't want to go over or anything, right? But totally, yeah, we can kind of do that. Keep it productive. Keep it rolling.
Productive.
Keep it chit-chatting also, though. Sorry, what's that?
What's everybody working on?
Yeah, let us know, totally. Mama Maggie is here. Hi.
Maggie.
And Essie is also here. Hi. I see lots of familiar faces.
Lots of friends.
Laura. Hi, Laura.
Food.
Oh, hi, Food.
Food is here. I'm so glad Food's here. Hello, Food.
Which way is Food anyway?
Which way?
You've been looking
I
two
put
different.
it here.
Oh, okay.
Food came in and then disappeared, and then I put it over to the side. So it was all over the place.
Food, do let us know what you're working on also for the stream. And Grayson, hi. Sorry, Grayson, I missed just about, I'd say, the last third or so of your blog. I had to go downstairs and eat dinner and then do the dishes. But hi. Totally, yeah. And Phoebe, hi.
Hi, Phoebe.
I have once more slept the evening away, and now I'm up again. Yeah.
Good morning, good evening, good night. All of the things.
Oh, it jumped on me, but I think I've got this. Oh, who do we have here?
Hello.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
So where are you going to look this time, Ashley?
I don't know.
Straight into the camera.
Hello.
Oh dear. Cool Gamers here. Hi. And we've got Carly, of course. Hi.
Hi, Carly.
And Becca's here. Hi. Totally. Cool Gamer, you're awesome. Very good. And yeah, this is a bit complicated, I think, but Carly, I'm back to writing. I still need to get some words to get my daily word count for camp. You got
Nice.
this. You got this for sure. And you've got us also. We're rooting for you.
Woohoo!
Yay! Yay, cool gamer. Uh, I'm not too sure what this is all about.
Oh,
But,
I think it had to do with the how long we were going to sprint.
Yeah.
oh, right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
got to be it. You
It
see,
was-
I didn't
it was
even
really-
remember. Case in point, right? Let me see here. Laura, we are in the beating heart of the write-a-thon. Nobody stab it. It would bleed all our productivity out. This
Laura,
is
I
like
want
a
to read your
very,
book so
a
badly.
very Laura comment. And Laura, unfortunately, this
Oh,
is for
no!
you. Oh my. Moving on.
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
my. Christian's here. Hi. Hello. I've got 2,500 words today so far. Ooh, awesome. Feeling good about camp. Good for you. Good for you.
That's awesome.
That makes me happy. Yay. And Ashley, this is for you. With love from Anne.
With love. 100%. Let's be friends.
Shall we? Just a sec here.
Hi,
I
Sarah.
just realized I don't even have my timer up yet, but Zara, hi. Been lurking while I continued editing a podcast episode. Ooh,
Nice.
total productivity right there.
Mhm.
So, shall I get my timer thing set up?
Let's do it.
Probably so Ashley can go and head and eat.
Food.
I see her eyeing the food.
Oh, I'm going to have to adjust this. Yeah.
Heather,
So-
what are you going to be working on?
I made a scene yesterday that I was like I hated, and so today I'm gonna try to tweak it and make it a little better because I finished the last sentence and I was like I hate this completely.
Oh,
I can fix that scene and make it a little better.
Nice.
okay. Sounds like a plan. I'll be reading myself, and you, Ashley, you'll be doing your.
I'll be eating. Me
eating
and food are gonna
sprint
hang
first?
out. It's gonna be so much
Yeah.
fun. Me and food, we go way back.
Somehow, I'm thinking it's a bit of a one-sided
It's a bit of a
relationship
one-sided relationship.
or something, like a one-way street. But
I
on
want to
that,
read a longish snippet, Laura.
just a sec here. Can I do this with this up on screen? I mean, Laura,
gonna
is it
read it.
okay if I post a longish snippet from what I've written today? Totally. Please do. We'll actually have a lot of fun, I'm sure. After the sprint reading it, I look forward to that myself. Yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and get into it,
Awesome.
shall we? What am I doing here? Okie dokie. Good luck, everyone. And yay! That's the end of our first sprint. Indeed, indeed.
Yay.
How'd you all do? How did my lovely co-host do also?
You can go first.
Oh, yeah, I did okay. I'm still trying to rewrite that scene. I'm getting frustrated, but I'm slowly
Oh, no.
grinding it.
Oh,
I think I need
yeah,
to
I
plan
say.
it out a little better.
Yeah, just take it nice and slow, I say.
Yeah.
And you,
My-
Ashley?
This sprint was delicious.
Right. Yeah, and I got in some reading.
Nice.
I read a bit of Inkheart, the book I'm reading.
Nice.
Totally. So, shall we savor Laura's snippet?
It's so good. It's
It
creepy.
is.
Makes me think of I think it's very appropriate since we're at the lighthouse because it makes me think of creepy lighthouse at night,
Mm-hmm.
storm in the air, evil mother. Just kidding. I don't think mom's really evil. She might be, but it sounds like middle grade, so maybe misunderstood mother.
Shall I?
Yes.
Shall I? He snapped his fingers. Blackness consumed her. Her ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat filled her ears. Were her eyes closed or open? Was she asleep? Dreaming? Was this real? Hiss. The sound seeped from around the edges of her rough wooden bed frame, bled down from the rafters of the ceiling, slithered along her skin, plunged through the tear ducts of her eyes and into her mind. She screamed, "Daddy, help!" There was no reply. Tendrils as wet and cold as the sea slipped through her thoughts, wriggling them into remembered nightmares. Her mother never loved her. She was a terrible human for existing. There was no hope in her future. Barbs like a stingray's stinger punctured her optimism. All was bleakness and despair. Even when the sun rose, all she saw was shadows.
Ugh.
Awesome.
I mean, it feels like
Awesome.
it's like a prologue into something like a I don't know, like a sea monster horror story where it can creep
Yeah,
into your
I could
yes.
see that. Yeah. I am actually getting, you're totally right, Ashley. I'm getting slight, ever so slight, like lighthouse vibes, even,
Yeah. See?
by the sea.
The rough wooden bed frame, tendrils and sea things
Hmm.
and oh, so good.
Laura, this is for you. This is also. Laura, this is for you with love from Ashley.
Oh my gosh.
This is
I
for
want to
you
read
also,
the
Laura.
rest.
Yay.
Yeah.
Let me actually just scroll up a bit, let me scroll down a bit again. I got this.
Up and down. And up.
Shannon stopped by, actually. Hi, thank you.
And then went to bed. Smart.
Oh, totally.
Sleep is important.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, in a write-a-thon. Maybe even more so, right?
Mm-hmm. Pacing yourself, taking breaks.
Yeah, for sure. Portia, hi. Just let me. It jumped a bit. Let me scroll
Oh
back
no.
up. And we have a Cookie King among us.
Hello.
Carly, I'm only 500 words away from today's goal, so maybe in the next sprint, I will get there. Ooh,
Started clapping.
totally. And the good news is you've got two more sprints in this stream, so you've got two shots, right?
Yeah.
You got this.
You could crush your goal and make headway into tomorrow so that you're like a step ahead of the game. I always like
You
to
could-
bank words early in camp or in NaNoWriMo so that on days when I'm like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I
That
will
makes
not be
sense.
doing that.
That's good thinking. Saving up words for a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Phoebe, listen to some music to hype myself up. Then 247 words. Ooh, very good. You've got it figured out, Phoebe, I'd say. Mama Becky, going over the 4K I wrote today and cleaning it up.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's a lot of
Ooh,
writing in a single day.
yeah.
That's amazing.
You've done lots of, writing and editing and everything today, it looks like. Good for you. Christian got 355 words. Awesome.
Yay.
We're doing good. What's this here? Portia, Laura's writing is so good. I always end up thinking about long. I always end up thinking about long after the stream. Yeah,
Mhm.
totally. I totally concur. This is for you also, Laura. Also this, Laura. Laura, it's still a first draft, so it's going to get
Nice.
better. It's going to get better even. Got to get more feedback on the story. Ooh.
I'm in the same place with my middle grade spooky book. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a long process, that's for sure. That's why we're all, in the same boat together. Laura spent that sprint beta reading. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Sounds
Very
good.
nice.
Well, I think we could just about go for another, huh?
Yeah.
At least in a couple of minutes or something. I wonder, how are we doing for time? You see, I'm not used to, I'm not used to streaming at this exact time. So, when I look at the clock and it says 8:39 p.m., I'm like, my mind is like, cannot compute. Like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. We started we started at 8. We started 40 minutes ago. Does that help?
Yeah.
Am I talking to myself at this point?
I do verbal processing too. So no shame in that game.
I actually feel like doing something I used to do on my channel. I feel like basically bumping up a little bit the second or the middle sprint in minutes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Like I'm thinking, in other words, so we've done a 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we can do a 24 for our
Okay.
second, and then another 21 for our third. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
That gives me a little bit of like like nostalgia vibes or something for my channel. I'm silly like that, but yeah. So 24, just like that. Save, just like that. Make bigger again, just like that. uh, share and stuff, just like that. Okie dokie. Good luck, everyone.
Woo!
And yay, that's the end of our second sprint.
Yay!
How did you all do?
Well, I'm cheating and I'm not writing right now. I'm working on something that I've already written. I think I've just about finished. I was saying backstage that I had like 23 things on my to-do list, and then at the beginning of the week, and now I'm down to the last 2 things, but they're the things that I put off doing all week. I think I'm just about finished. I think this last sprint that we do together will it'll be done, or at least one of them will be done. So
Right. So you'll be down to 1.
down to 1, and
Right.
I can't to do that one until I finish this one. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, so like 22 down, 1 to go. That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Awesome.
What about you,
Heather? Heather?
I did pretty good. I ended up switching projects, so not to frustrate myself. But yeah, I did pretty well on that one.
Nice.
Awesome. I got in. I'm sorry I sound so boring and everything, but I got in some more reading. It went okay.
Are you enjoying the book so far, at least?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. So it's the June pick for Writing Violet's Nostalgia Train Book Club. So that's why I'm reading it also.
So to say, I remember reading that one a long time ago.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's already, I think, kind of like a modern day classic. Mm-hmm. And I can see why. It's really good. But yeah, the live show will actually be on the 4th of July, as I know I can say already at this point. Yeah.
So you'll have the book read and you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I hope so, right? This is actually for you, Heather.
Oh, so I've got my grubby little hands on everything, I think. I've done poetry, I've done horror, I think currently the one that's frustrating me is actually a sci-fi. It's my first attempt at sci-fi, so I'm excited, but it's a little frustrating because you really have to like research stuff and look into it, and you want to make it like plausible at least, right? Even though it's science fiction, but at least anyway. So that's been the action scenes are a little difficult because you're in space and you're anyways. So I think I touch every genre. I'm always doing something.
Awesome.
Yeah. My husband and I were debating what the difference between because we're very cool people, not nerds at all. So actually yesterday we were debating the difference between sci-fi and fantasy, because I was arguing that something was not actually sci-fi, it was just fantasy in space.
Okay.
And his opinion was like, no, but because of the themes, it's sci-fi. And I was like, no, but because sci-fi has hard rules and this has a soft magic system.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the franchise that we were discussing.
So the line's blurring, right?
Tell us. You get some angry comments, but it's okay.
Vitriol. No, thank you. I mean, it's not hard to guess. It has it's a franchise set in space with a soft magic system. I mean, there's a bunch of them, but
yeah, I can think of a couple off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. And we were thinking about the other one that we were thinking about, which is not the one we were discussing, was Dune, because when it was written so long ago that some of the ideas expressed then might have actually been science fiction based in what they knew at the time, but now it feels like total fantasy to me, like fantasy in space.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't that one, it was the other big one.
Oh.
The other one big one set in space.
Star Wars.
There's only
right?
What?
Star Wars?
What? Don't use your Jedi mind tricks on me. I will never tell. You can't force me to say anything.
No one said anything about anything. What are we even talking about anymore? Not sci-fi.
Where are we right now? What write-a-thon is this?
We're at the lighthouse.
Garlosia, what? Quite changing the topic here, huh? Portia, tea is superior, but I do enjoy an ice cold Dr. Pepper or Canada Dry.
I like Dr. Pepper so much.
I see. So this relates to the poll I've got still up, and that I'll be ending for sure in just maybe a couple of minutes here.
But Portia is right. Ice cold Dr. Pepper. That has to be like frosty. That's when it's the best. When you get the mug
Yes.
that you put in the freezer, and
Yeah.
then you put ice inside your already frozen mug, and then you
Yeah.
pour it turns
Ooh.
into almost like a Dr. Pepper slush. Mm.
That sounds divine.
It's I mean, it's
You know,
so hot
on a
outside.
hot day. Yeah.
Yes.
So we've got another snippet from Laura here.
Yes.
So I haven't read this one yet.
I haven't either.
So I'll kind of, cold read it, I guess. Cold read it, right? Nice and frigid. Why do we even bother?
I'm just sound effects now. I'm so tired.
So, snow covered the awning. I'm sorry. Are you okay there with the way this is set up?
I love it. I completely
Snow covered. How low can your chair go, right? Is that the idea? Oh dear. Snow covered the awning over the bales of hay she nestled down in. Surely it couldn't find her outside the village. She had dug down deep, pushing against the prickly hay enough to form a tiny crawl space. She sealed the space with a bale as the sun sank below the horizon. The last light winked out. Prickles surrounded her, poking through her tattered dress, digging into her rough, wind-burned skin. The air grew humid as it absorbed her quick breaths. Were the pieces of hay moving? Slithering? Vibrating? Stab! She yelped as the suffocating hay came alive, piercing through her clothing, wrapping around her limbs and mind once more. Ooh. The more she struggled, the deeper they dug. Trickling warmth ran down her skin where blood was being drawn, extracted. Drunk, her screams were muffled by the bales, dampened and sealed. No help came. She was alone with the monster. It was under her scalp, in her ears, running down her throat. Ooh.
So it's not just a sea monster, it's just like a nightmare monster that takes wherever she is and wherever her brain is and like warps it.
That's awesome.
Laura,
that's
so
awesome,
cool.
Laura. Good for you.
That's so cool.
Bravo. Awesome.
Look, Maggie has opinions about sci-fi versus fantasy, and I am here for all of them.
I see something there in the bottom of the chat, right? Phoebe, I'm up 205 words in that sprint. Only worked in the first half. Okay, good, very good. Ooh, we've got an update here. Also, Carly, I'm only 100 words away now. Haha. Ooh.
You're totally going to hit it during this next one. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. Good for you. Let me see here. Portia, I've finished outlining projects for July. Okay. Not everything will be completed this month, but everything I'll touch is outlined in my planner. Okay.
Love
Very
it.
good. Yeah. So what have we got here? Mama Maggie, I can think of 10, including Star Wars.
Yes.
Star Trek is a soft science system with magic too, and so is Babylon 5, Andromeda, and Stargate. Ooh.
See, I think of Star Trek having a little bit more science because at the time they were dreaming like these things could potentially exist in the future, like the
Mm.
automatic doors, which now we don't even think about going through. But at the time, that
Does
was not.
does Star Trek go back to the 60s?
I believe so.
Because
60s. I don't
yeah.
know. Let's look it up. I have a magic box that can tell us.
Oh,
Okay,
okie
because
dokie.
I don't know the exact date.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Dune is now okay, science fantasy only because it's
Hmm.
set in space. Okay. Someone has a sentient skin fungus. Shiver, not tiny.
Blah.
Okay, okay.
1966 is when the first episode aired of
Okay.
Star Trek.
So that would be 1 year after Dune was published.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
There's a lot of science things happening in the 60s. It was everybody was racing to get stuff into space.
I see.
Science was a really big deal, and they were dreaming about what things were like when they went to other planets and other. Because we went to the moon in 1969. I learned that from Even Stevens. Not 1968, but a year later.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like science was swinging in the 60s. Can we
Right.
put it at that?
That's when you got lots of science fiction anthologies. You got lots of well, when did the Twilight Zone? When was the Twilight Zone on TV?
Gosh, I think that was more like early 70s.
Let's find out.
Oh, no, Twilight Zone. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting
Twilight
myself
Zone.
confused. Twilight Zone goes back. Yeah, it goes
I was
back
gonna
to
say it
about.
was pretty
Then,
bad.
started in
19.
1959.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say something like that. Really, I
So
was. I'm not just saying it.
yeah, I mean, so that was the 60s, like
Yeah.
when it was airing then too. And sometimes they have people like they go to space and they land on Mars and then they
Yeah.
Oh.
uh-oh.
Oh, my.
My goodness. Twilight Zone went back to the 1950s. Yeah, so they were thinking about stuff like that and
I think sci-fi has like a harder time now because people have a better understanding of kind of like how space works now and everything like that. So
yeah.
like when I've noticed when people write science fiction, the biggest and in movies and stuff, like the biggest thing they complain about is it's not real enough. It's not realistic anymore. When before it was a little more accepted with like your Star Trek and everything like that, but now it's like if it's not realistic, then I don't know. I noticed people don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people really liked The Martian, and
Actually, I think
with
I've seen a bit of that one, but not. I don't think I've seen like the whole movie all the way through.
it's
Matt Damon,
stressful.
right?
Yeah, he grows potatoes on Mars. It's real
Yeah.
It's the most stressful potato harvest I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I remember the thing going really bad south, and he, had his breakdown or something. Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
and I haven't read the book either, actually, unfortunately.
so I didn't read that one, but I read the next book, Project Hail Mary. I read that
Okay.
one. And that one is really fun. Really fun, feels,
The writer's off the top of my head is his name is Weir, is it?
I
Weir?
think so. Andy Weir.
Yeah.
Is that his
Weir.
name?
Yeah, that's what I'm remembering off the top of my head.
That is the one name I know in science fiction novels right now. Sci-fi now has Twilight's on way back to the 50s, yeah.
Totally.
And they have all kinds of weird technology, and some of them are like, more magic based, but some of them are like very technology. What if technology did something terrible?
Right. Yeah.
like Black Mirror does today, where they take technology and they're like, let's make it as gross and scary as possible, and then they succeed. Oh no, you're shaking your head. Is that not your show?
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's definitely taken a turn for like, oh, look at all these awful things that can happen now because of technology.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It could have been, a lot more optimistic back in the day, right? Like the whole approach was different.
Yeah, it was a little like, oh, we're gonna go into space. Things are exciting. There's gonna be lasers, and now it's like everything's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technologies.
Yeah, I
Technology.
hear that.
Society.
Mama Maggie, sci-fi now has people who can Google real science applications, and they can question things that are too fantastic. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. The problem is a rescue mission would take months. Is
Oh,
this The
from The
Martian?
Martian?
Mama Maggie and hard sci-fi system fans will come for you if you present yourself as having a hard system and don't. Okay, duly noted.
And I notice in the young adult and middle grade spheres, it is really hard. I've lots of people who have talked about writing science fiction for those age groups, that there's a real desire by middle grade readers and young adult readers to have science fiction there, but they're having a really hard time selling it.
Mm,
So I think
yeah,
part of the problem is there's just not a lot of sci-fi out there for them to choose from, and therefore they get to be real picky, or they
yeah,
choose to be real picky. I mean,
right. That's interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
genres, they're
Hmm.
complicated, and markets also. You
Now I'm
put the
wondering
two
what like
together, and
fantasy and space, but like with that, which should become like its own genre.
Yeah,
In a way,
Yeah.
like, it's not science. It's not really fantasy in the way that we know fantasy. But like, then what is it? Like, it's like in a weird limbo.
What
yeah,
did Maggie called it? She said science fantasy.
science fantasy. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. I would read
yeah,
science fantasy for sure.
Sci-fi and sci-fan.
Sci-fi and sci-fan. And you could group
totally.
them really close together, because like at stores like Barnes and Noble, they put their science fiction and their fantasy right next to each other, which just
Right. Yeah.
blurs the line more for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have solved it.
You could put the
Publishing,
science
call
fantasy section right there in the middle. That dab smack in the middle, right? Just to make things even clearer. Shall I end this poll actually and see how it's ended up?
Let's find out.
Just a sec here. Oh, okay. Just a sec here. So, Superior Coffee wins with 50%.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so then actually tea and soda tie for second place with 25% each, 16 votes. Coffee it is then.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Coffee. You win
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Let me see.
Just all caps Coffee.
Yeah, Grayson's maybe Grayson's sort of like
Had some.
victory lap, Mama Maggie, like in Star Trek when Q changed the gravitational coefficient of the universe to save a planet from its moon falling on it, but the problems everywhere that would cause ... Yeah.
Or like in Doctor Who when the moon hatched and then laid a new moon.
Oh my. That can't be problematic. I'm sure
No.
it's fine.
I mean, they kind of talked about the fact that like the planet was moving and waves were being weird, but then a
Yeah.
moon just kind of showed up and they were like, and everything is normal now. Thank you. And then the creature flew away into space.
Ah, yes.
Thanks, Doctor Who.
Mama Meg, science, fantasy, or sci-fi should be a recognized genre. I could get behind this for sure.
I now
too.
recognize it. Stamp.
Approval by all of us.
Grayson,
Yes.
coffee.
Got
Look at this here. Mama Maggie, Doctor Who is sci-fan.
I see.
For the record.
And I love it.
Guide to the Galaxy would probably be sci-fan.
Yes, I love that one too. Look, secretly,
Oh, yeah.
I have always been a sci-fi fan.
I guess the problem though sometimes with like actual sci-fi, like if you're talking about hard sci-fi, like there's not much that can be. I don't know. For me, maybe this is my personal opinion, but for me, it's like it's so limiting because really there's nothing that like space is the science in general, right? It's so limited in space because we can't really do anything up there. It's a lot of waiting around, a lot of like float. So it just feels limited to me if you go like full hard sci-fi. I don't know the stories would be all that interesting.
I read one. I mean, I don't think it was full hard sci-fi, but I read a middle grade novel called The Lion of Mars, which was science fiction. I don't know, was it science fiction or science fantasy now? But like a lot of the book was just them. They lived underground and they had a cat and it was great. And and all the adults got really sick because they'd not been exposed to this like totally normal, like the common cold basically, but a more futuristic
The
version.
last couple of years.
That's what I said. When I read it, I was like, this is very interesting. And then the author's note at the end was like, I wrote this before 2020. I just want to put that out into the universe that I wrote it and I'm sorry.
I have no looks into the future.
No. It was really interesting.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Nia's here. Hi, Nia.
Hi,
Mama
Do
Maggie,
you have
always
any books
remember.
that fit what you're describing there as bending the laws of science but not breaking them? I'm trying to like think of books that would fit that description.
Oh.
Just for me, so I can read them, because I think my problem maybe I just haven't found hard sci-fi that I could enjoy.
Okay, right.
Sounds like a lot of really fun research trips are needed.
Nia had to do some family time. How is everyone?
Doing good.
Yay!
Hi, Nia.
Mama Maggie, Ashley, this is for you. Shall we get into a third and final sprint then? A 21-minute one at this point?
Do it. I'm so excited. Gonna check things off my list.
Yeah, totally.
And then have a dance party.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone. And yay, that's the end of our third and final sprint. We did it. Awesome. Are we +1 for streamers now?
Surprise guest.
Yeah.
You're leaving. Okay.
Oh. Bye-bye.
He said, I'm out of here.
Yes, it seems like he really did leave.
Yeah. Slam the door and everything.
But as we are running just a little late, I'm gonna make sure I get through the comments here. Essie, hey, I'm back. I was having dinner.
Yum.
Yay.
Me too.
My dad cooked salmon in precisely the way I don't like, with cooked tomatoes and onion and basil. I might have to find something else to eat in a bit. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, look at this here. Carly, I met today's goal by 100 words over. Yay.
That's so
I'm
awesome.
gonna take, a break now, but I will join another stream later tonight. Awesome job. Yay. And Carly, this is for you.
Oops.
No, Maggie, thanks for the sprints. Heading out to do evening chores. Be blessed. Yay. And we've got an update also from Phoebe, 220 words, and I should very much go to bed.
You were at the
Here,
cathedral earlier, so
I would agree with this, Phoebe.
yeah.
Totally. You've done well and everything. Yeah, so I think we'd better sign off at this point then, and call it a stream. But again, my lovely guest, my lovely co-hosts for the stream have been Heather and Ashley, and I've got all their links in the description box. Yay, yay. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it a stream at that then, for sure. Thanks, bundles and bunches. Bye-bye.
Bye.